welcome back to the Stuff of Legend. My name is D'Lo, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Pacific Rim Uprising. And I went with my wife, I went with Dusty Weeb, who's been on the channel, I went with Ryan Ortiz, a friend of mine, who eventually will be on the channel. I will have you on this channel, bro. You can't hide from me forever. But this is going to be a really fun discussion. I'm not going to talk to you guys in spoiler detail just yet. I'll save the spoilers for the next Pacific Rim video I do. This one is going to be a non-spoiler review, so you don't have to worry if you haven't seen it yet, but I would encourage you, go see it. It is such a fun ride. I had seen a video by Andre Black Nerd on YouTube. Go check him out. But he had mentioned during the first review for the first movie, Pacific Rim 1, he had mentioned it felt like the Power Rangers and it was similar. This one, he had mentioned in his review for the new film that it is very much like the Power Rangers, and I didn't watch the spoiler review because I wanted to see the film. But his non-spoiler review, he pointed out that it did feel like Power Rangers, and he was right. There's a lot of themes that feel like the Power Rangers, and I don't mean like the movie itself has the same like spirit or tone, because it's Pacific Rim. It's a lot darker. It's not like the the kiddie TV show that I love. I love the Power Rangers, and I'm wearing the hat. Dang it, it's morphin' time, and I love Jason David Frank and the whole team, and I love the Power Rangers. And this movie still felt like Pacific Rim, so you don't have to worry if you don't like the Power Rangers. You can still enjoy Pacific Rim 2. What I do say though is that if you do like the Power Rangers and you did like Pacific Rim 1, I think you're really going to love this film. Now, Pacific Rim sets a tone for monster films that is unlike any other monster film, any other kaiju or big robot film. It's so much thought behind the whole concept of kaiju and where they're coming from, the threat that they pose to the world. It's not just they show up and they start tearing the place up. There's reasons behind that, and they explore more of that in this film like they did in the first one. If you haven't seen the first one, I'm not going to get into those details, but there was a lot of thought behind this. I really appreciated it. I thought that the actors were really good. There was a lot of people I didn't recognize. I mean, I know John Boyega obviously from Star Wars, and Scott Eastwood is great. I love Scott Eastwood. He was awesome in this film, both of them were, but there's also a lot of lesser known actors that surprised me. They were really good in this film. The actress that plays Amara Namari, Kaylee Spaney, I hope I'm saying that right, but she was great. She was awesome. There was some really cool stuff they did with the Jaegers and custom building a Jaeger that was unique, very different, and I really enjoyed. The visual tone in the first film, it had a lot of like strong blues and oranges, but other than that, I felt like most of the film was pretty gray, like visually gray. It looked gray. It felt kind of like bland view until you got into the monster fights. This one was actually a lot different. It was very colorful. It was very, like the imagery stuck out. I really liked what Stephen D. Knight did with this movie. He was the guy that was in charge of Daredevil on Netflix, and he did an amazing job there. I really love that series. I love the sequel as well. I'm not sure if he did that one, but I loved Daredevil season 1. It was amazing, and I think visually this one was very appealing, very stunning to look at. The sound was cool. I mean, everything they did with the kaiju and then the Jaegers, it was awesome. They really made a point in this film to make each robot stand out. Each one of the Jaegers had a specific set of skills, a specific set of abilities and weapons, and they were all very unique, and you can really appreciate these different mechs for their abilities and their color, their really awesome names. They go out of their way a couple of times throughout the movie to point out who these people are and what their mechs can do, and to show that they're very unique from each other as Jaegers, which is something that I think a lot of people were really confused about in the first film. Like if you watch Pacific Rim 1, they don't point out the name of a mech more than once, and even when they call out to that name, you generally, like, they're not looking at that mech when they call the name out, and they don't generally like call the name and then pan to that exact mech. It's like, it's hard to tell if you missed the very first time they introduce the mech, which one is which, and they go out of their way a couple of times in this film to give you those name drops and point out each mech so you can distinguish and you can walk away from the film with a little bit of an understanding of this one was this mech, this one was Gypsy Avenger, this one was Scrapper, this one was, you know, like they have a few different ones in there that you'll get to see when you see the film, and I do recommend you go see it. It's a lot of fun. You guys are gonna have a blast. It has everything that you could ever want in a kaiju monster film and more. I mean, typically the bar for kaiju monster films is pretty low. It's actually, you know, most kaiju films are not that great as far as story goes. You're basically just watching it to see stuff get blown up, buildings crash down. I mean, you want to see the giant monsters. You're just there for a fight scene, you know, like that's usually what you're there for. But Pacific Rim in the previous film and now with this one brought so much more to the table than just the fighting. But rest assured, you're gonna get a buttload of cool fighting. There's gonna be so many cool scenes, so much weaponry. There's a lot of cool stuff they do that's very unique to this movie. You're gonna have a blast. Just check it out. And if you're a kaiju monster robot film fan, then you're gonna be amazed. It's awesome. Let me know what you guys think about the movie when you see it. Please, in this video, try not to leave any spoiler reviews in the comments, because there's gonna be a lot of people who might wanna go see it after this. You know, you don't wanna ruin the experience for them, but I'll make another video for you guys in spoiler detail about the things that I loved, the things that I maybe didn't like about the film, and I'll give you guys my full review in spoiler detail in the next Pacific Rim video. But guys, go check this film out. You're gonna have a blast. Charlie Day was awesome. John Boyega was awesome. Scott Eastwood was awesome. Kaylee Spaney was awesome. Bern Gorman was awesome. And there's tons of flashbacks to the previous film. So if you haven't seen the other one and you still want to see this one, it will have a few spoilers for the first one. It's a direct sequel. It takes place 10 years in story after the first one, but you can definitely go see this one if you want to. I mean, do what you want. It's a free country. So you guys are probably going to enjoy it a lot. I surely did. And let me know all the similarities that you guys saw between Pacific Rim and the Power Rangers. There's a lot in there. I made a point to write these things down while I was in the theater, so you guys let me know what you think down below. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you loved it, share it with those you love. And please leave a comment down below. That helps the overlords at YouTube to know you guys like this video and that you're talking about it and that it's trending. Subscribe for more. Hit the notification bell to be notified right away when I upload my next video so you don't miss a thing. And I will see you guys next time on The Stuff of Legend.